Let's talk about a step-by-step for efficiency and automation, because of course, making something more efficient doesn't necessarily mean that you're automating it, and not everything that is made more efficient is automatable or should be automated. So let's talk through how I think about it and kind of my step-by-step for approaching, generally speaking, all efficiencies, especially operational ones, and automations. So on the efficiency side, first question, what is being done inefficiently? And let's define it. What's using more resources, more time, energy, money, etc. than is necessary, especially the known ones, the obvious ones. We're spending too much on payroll. This process takes 10 hours. This thing is really annoying and pisses off whoever has to update this file. Find the things that have the problems that cause the inconveniences and make that list, or at least address each one individually and run them through this. Next is there a documented process for this job? That means videos, write-ups, texts, I don't care what it is, but it's kind of a, could I hand this to an intern and have them do it? Even if they didn't understand, would they click the right buttons? Would they do the right thing? Is there an output that I get that I want out of it? If so, great, it's a huge win. But if not, that's step one, because at a minimum, once you have it documented and a bit more standardized, that's the beginning of being able to delegate it to somebody else. Or you delegate it to somebody and then you have them build out those processes and then you check everything to make sure it's to your standard. Notice that even in one step, the step of identifying, the step of writing out the steps that need to be done and pushing that to somebody else instantly freed up how many hours of your time net. Now, of course, it takes a few extra hours in the beginning and you have to do a few documents and organize some files. But again, we're crying over spilt milk here when we have a whole cow. We can just make more, we can build more, we can do all these things, but we're wasting this energy focused on, is it going to cost me a few more dollars? It's like, or a few more hours. Who cares? Because it's saving us dozens of hours long term. And if you have to do every task, your business isn't scalable. Just functionally, it is not. And you do not want to be a one-person army. It's not fun. It's not good when you get the flu. It's not confidence building for investors. There's a lot of cons. There are some pros. You can move fast and do that. But it's the classic, if you want to go far, go together. If you want to move fast, go solo. I don't want you to move quickly and die in the desert. I would much rather you go with someone, go together, get the oasis, improve things along the way, and all of a sudden you're more efficient. You didn't waste all your money and end up laying flat in the dirt. Not a good outcome. Identify the weak points, meaning as you document this process, what are the wasted actions, times, redundancies, unnecessary or lacking checks? Sometimes making a process better means actually adding a bit to it because you have to add in one place and remove from another. Ideally, you're adding less than you're subtracting, but still, you want to make sure that your process is holistically good, complete, accurate, and doing what needs to be done so that you don't get put in an awkward situation later. It's a bad outcome for everybody. Now on to automation. Automation, a little bit easier to conceptualize, hard to execute, but really there's two big questions. One, is the process proven? Meaning, are you really confident that it works, is consistent, will yield the results desired, will do the things that need to be done? Like, could it actually work functionally to the 99.999, I want to say 100%, but I'm hesitant to percentage side? Is that the outcome? If so, there's a discussion to have. Next is the process standardized? Standardized, again, you can have complex decision trees and thoughts and functions, but they're still a decision tree. If this, then that. Under these circumstances, do this. And it's always true. Or it has enough always true that it's worth it, and you have the ability to identify or flag things that require human intervention. Notice, even in automation, I'm not assuming it's fully automated. I'm asking what's the appropriate depth of automation that I should go to before I drown. Last but not least, can you afford it? This is literally and figuratively, meaning time, dollars, energy. Sometimes automating a simple task can take a while. Sometimes it can be instant or seemingly instant. Make sure that if you're going to take the time to automate something, it doesn't run you 5, 10, 20, 50K into the hole. And likewise, it doesn't lose 5, 10, 20, 200 of your hours when the ROI really wasn't there. So hopefully as you look at this and you get a sense of course, what efficiency and that balance of efficiency versus automation looks like, you'll be able to make better, more operationally sound decisions as you build your startup.